Merry Christmas again!
Yay! We hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas.
What is your typical post-Christmas day?
Everything comes down today.
Oh, really?
Usually. I'm not saying I'm over it, but yesterday was the big day. I put all my stuff up before Christmas, a little bit earlier this year. So usually today and very early, the rest of this week, I'll try to slowly put those things away because I'm good. I'm ready for the new year.
What I have decided I've transitioned into is tree comes down before or right at New Year's.
Yeah.
But I leave a lot of the other decorations up.
Oh, that's
because
good,
I feel like a lot of them are winter. They could pass for winter decorations, but the tree itself, it's okay, I'm going to bring the tree down. And that's mostly because I'm on vacation, and the idea of having to take it down on a work day sounds like too much.
If not, it'd be nice, I guess, if you just took the ornaments down on a tree and just had nice twinkle lights or something for New Year's.
I'll tell you something. I got garland all over. Green garland with lights in it.
Garland for days.
It's not silver garland. It's not that. It's green garland, and that feels tree enough.
Well, let us know what you're going to do. Join us at Radio U Riot, our Facebook page. You can, of course, always tweet at Radio U as well, and let us know your plans. This is a special podcast for you today.
Now, the next few days, it is podcasts that's scattered across 2017. Today, we got an email question about vampires. Wearing your clothes and sleeping in your bed, no idea what that's about. How toast can be underrated. Oh, Nikki, I tell the tale of when I bought my 4K TV.
Oh, really?
Remember how great that was?
Yes, I do.
Well, I told that tale on January 9th, 2017.
Gosh, the year goes by fast.
Burning off underarm hair, needing an air fryer, which we still have not. It's been a year, and we have not air fried anything. And I have no idea. This is telling Obadiah what to do and Spider-Man and hot chocolate.
Perfect.
I don't know what it is.
Enjoy this special podcast. And again, hopefully Christmas was wonderful for you yesterday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Radio U is now accepting auditions for a new morning show. As you can see, the bar is pretty low.
It's all fake news.
It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
If everybody could do me a favor and be looking around, police are seeking an overweight, excessively hairy, naked man.
Ooh, and where is this?
Well, it's in Medford, New Jersey.
Oh, but you never know how far he's gotten.
Something I wanted to be really clear about up front is this is not a casting call or a help wanted ad. So if you're thinking...
Is that negative?
If you're one of those things, you're like, dude, I am overweight. I'm pretty hairy. And with the removal of these pants, I'm totally naked.
You can do that. You can do this role.
All right. So, where do we go? I brought my resume and some other things. I've been overweight for a while, pretty much since freshman year, actually.
I mean, you never thought a role like this would come up, but it is perfect for you.
The hairy thing's only been lately, but...
well, you're still coming off November and the no-shave November, and you just carried that through December, so...
So,
you're perfect.
It's great. What ended up happening is there's a guy that apparently likes to drive around Medford and expose himself.
Oh, so naked.
Yeah. Again, I feel like the real bummer here is that, you are overweight and you're hairy and you begin exposing...
And you know it.
Well... You know what? Maybe not. Maybe you actually think to yourself, last year I spent a lot of time in the gym. I'm feeling a lot better about myself. And you know what? I shouldn't have to do hair removal. That's ridiculous. Don't judge me like that. So the first thing that happens, and it's you. When you see the police asking these questions, you're
they're looking for you.
You're not going oh, they're not looking for me. You're sitting there what? Are you kidding me?
And that's how they describe you.
Excessively hairy. This is natural, all right? Pardon me for not shaving all over. And if you want to see overweight, you should have seen me 2 years ago before I started this program.
It's kind of like the people that, if you get a bad mug shot and you want to, do something else or turn in another nicer picture. If the news uses your picture to try to find you and you don't like the one that's been chosen for you, if you don't like the description, you call in, you're like, listen, you're going to find me if you're asking instead for a totally different person.
You get one of those things that change your voice. Oh, I'm the excessive naked man.
That's me.
I've lost 300 pounds. I don't appreciate the way you represent me.
It's not as overweight.
So
it's hard to when someone uses a description of like excessive.
Yeah, excessive.
It's not even just hairy. It was just you're excessively hairy.
You know what? Who are you to judge what excessive is?
Well, they have.
That's a judging word.
If he's been naked enough, then they've got plenty of time to judge him.
And the police are back, like, they're using that phrase. Like, they're on board. That is an official police description.
They talked about it. They went with probably hairy first, and then they're like, well, you know what, Bob? I feel like he's more excessively hairy.
Or they're talking to the victims of the flashing, and they're like, okay, now listen, how would you describe the hairy? You know, would you say that he was somewhat hairy?
Maybe
hairy. Or excessively hairy?
They all went with excessively.
And the other thing is, do you think they have pictures like, this is hairy, this is excessively hairy? All right. Now, when we say overweight, do we use the word obese? What did you think his BMI was? Because overweight is 25 to, 29? Yeah. And anything 30 and above is obese. So we got to...
Overweight or obese. That's why you're supposed to have your clothes on. People aren't supposed to have that much time to judge you.
I mean, a sheet, if nothing else. Just something to cover
your... You could have been the ghost of New Jersey. Woo-hoo!
Something to cover your excessively hairy overweight butt. Yes.
You took your clothes off.
Everyone's seen it.
So if you have family or if you're from that area, that's who they're looking for.
Yeah. Apparently, he showed up somewhere around December 23rd and then again on Saturday. So... he's out there.
Good job.
He's naked.
Well, maybe
he's fat.
Maybe since that was Saturday and that was like over the weekend, maybe that was his resolution, so he won't do it anymore.
I think it was his last time.
Yeah, that was his last trip out.
In 2017, I'm going to be thinner. I'm going to get laser hair removal, and I'm going to keep my clothes on.
Yeah, that's a great step forward.
He's got 3 right off the top there. You're like, I'm not sure what I want to do this year. This guy's got a vision.
He's got a lot to work on.
You're listening to the Worst of the Riot 2017, which means you should probably be rethinking your life right now. Radio U.
I mentioned this earlier in the show, but I feel like it's so good, it's worth mentioning at least one more time, and that's this. Probably one of the single biggest life-changing things I've ever done. And, it's New Year's, so we're all talking about life change. Maybe a little too much tomorrow. Let's lay off it a little bit, okay? But,
well, I mean,
2 days of life-changing,
It's a new thing. You're supposed to... This is the time.
I feel like maybe it's enough, but this is amazing.
I think you've talked about it twice. That's it.
All right, well, that's a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's not?
No, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, sure. But here has been, I feel like, probably the most life-changing thing for me has been this, is that for a while now, 6 months maybe, I don't know, I've just been saying, Jesus, teach me how to live. I've been praying that prayer. Jesus, teach me how to live. Because it's funny, a lot of times when people talk about Jesus, we think about maybe a fluffy cloud, because God's
sandals,
like that.
A man
sandals,
with that in a book.
And you think if you met Jesus today, he's probably kind of dumb. Does he even know how a cell phone works? These are the kind of thoughts we have. But I want you to know something. Jesus is a genius, and he knows how to live life. And I feel like a lot of times we don't think that he does. We think that he has some neat ideas about what life's going to be like after we're dead or something. I don't know. But right now, today, my life, he doesn't know how to do this. And if I sat down and talked to him, I'd take it under advisement, but I really have it under control. Look, Jesus knows how to live. All right. He wants to teach you how to live. And I don't know exactly what it is that you need taught in your space. I know what I need in mine. But what I've found is that asking Jesus to teach me how to live has been a thing that has put other things in motion. God has helped me with other things. Now, I'm not perfect. He's still teaching me. And that's the thing. What I've begun to realize is that I have not yet had a day in my life that I did not need Jesus to teach me how to live and then to help me do it. Sometimes I even needed him to help me to want his help because I'm like, I got this, brah. But that's part of the problem. So look, think about that. Today, if you've never asked Jesus for help on living, to teach you what is a good way to live, what a great time to do it, right? Everybody's like, these 10 tips to lose 15 in 17. Well, what if Jesus taught you how to live? That might include how to eat, might include how to sleep, maybe how to treat people, lots of stuff.
The Worst of the Riot 2017. We edited out all the good stuff. And this is what was left. Radio U.
Off air, something you guys don't know is that Nikki and I were just talking about something that's so wonderful. Have you guys ever had toast before?
Oh, just
you
bread.
Take bread.
I don't want to be like Oprah thing from last year?
I love bread.
Yeah, that thing. I don't want it to be like that, but just it's. I don't think as talked about as a snack as it should be.
I'll have you know, and I realize that this is ridiculous, but this totally happened. Last night, I'd say, I don't know, whatever time it was, I'm laying in bed. And
toast time, that's what it was.
It was toast time. I was reading, and I was just like, man, I'm so hungry. And then I thought, man, I guess I could go have, you know what I could do? I could make some toast. And so, in what was practically the middle of the night.
What are you doing? And this is the time of the year where bread is supposed to be like, no, I'm not eating bread.
No, it's even worse. I didn't even have, you know how you're supposed to have bread that's made of like paper towels and
18 grains.
And grains and berries.
You're supposed
and
to see the seeds on the outside.
Yeah, no, I didn't have that.
You had white bread?
It's worse than that even.
What?
Potato bread.
That's delicious.
I know.
That's the sacred bread,
While I was on vacation, I was just like, I bought a couple loaves and just forgot about it.
That's like that Hawaiian bread. I'm not allowed to get the Hawaiian bread.
Because you're just like, hey, what happened to the Hawaiian bread? I don't eat. We didn't have any.
We did not buy a whole
It's gone. No, I didn't eat it all. Shut up.
Especially when you buy it from Costco and it comes with the 2-packs.
Yeah, you get 2.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so, I mean, toast is a snack, dude. And I'll tell you right now, you toast some potato bread.
Give that one a whirl.
This party just got lit. Like, things are happening.
I know you probably didn't think we partied that hard.
I'm just telling you right now.
But we do.
Potato bread toast.
Sometimes I put butter and a little bit of jelly.
Do you really?
On the toast?
See, because here...
And I never used to do that because it was like butter or jelly.
And you're like...
And then Eric would do it. You could put both on.
Wait, really? It shocks me that Eric would be the one that would put both on.
Both of it.
He puts honey on his Honey Nut Cheerios.
You eat the bread and you're like, is that jelly? And you're like, oh, and butter. It's just delicious.
I do like that. I had some good blackberry preserves. Yeah. But also, okay, this is my toast breakdown. It goes like this. I'll do just peanut butter. I'll do just butter sometimes, but seldom. A lot of times I like to do butter and some locally sourced honey. Because allergies, it's healthy.
Be good.
I need that.
Your body
have that, right?
Your body craves it.
And then I'll do butter with the preserves. Or butter. You ever tried a cinnamon sugar?
Yes, I have.
A cinnamon sugar?
I didn't know that was possible.
You can put. I didn't
know you could make the real version of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's right. You put butter on it and then some cinnamon sugar. That is good. I'm so ready for toast right now. Man.
This is the most animated and happiest we've been all week.
At least all morning.
All week for sure.
Yeah. Because toast, right?
I know. You can't.
I know, toast.
If you're eating toast, you can't be mean to each other. You can't be doing drugs.
No, because you're like...
Nope. You can't get anything else in if you're still having toast.
And you can't get anything out.
That's right.
Because you're having toast.
Now you're probably going to gain weight.
Why?
It's because we're eating toast. We're not just having toast.
You know what?
I'm having stuff on the toast.
I'm tired of this, ugly...
Bread.
There's nothing wrong with bread. Eat some. And you know what? Put a potato in it.
Potato bread. Oh, my gosh.
It's the best.
No, it's not supposed to.
I'm tired of this. Toast is being maligned in a way it does not deserve. What did toast ever do to you?
About
make
10
you
pounds.
happy.
3, 2, 1. Resolutions? Talk to us next week. Right now, it's leftovers, sleeping, and the Worst of the Riot 2017. Happy New Year! On Radio U.
You go on vacation, you ask a neighbor to watch after your place. Sure, we've probably all done that, right? Like, hey, if you hear any sounds coming from my apartment, it's not me, so call the police. Whatever it is. Make sure you get my mail. You can stop mail at USPS.gov.
I don't think any of us are taking that long of trips.
All right, well, whatever.
Even though you'd like to just stop the trash mail anyways.
Okay. So your next door neighbor notices that there's a package on your porch that is open. Well, that's weird.
That's odd.
So neighbor comes over, checks. Sure enough, it's open, and there was salmon in there. I assume it must have been smoked or something or dried or whatever it was.
Not just like we're used to eating salmon just at a restaurant, but something.
It was open and eaten.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the heck is going on? So the neighbor, it looked like someone had been home. So he went ahead and went in to check out the house. And that's when he found a guy that he'd never seen before, laying in bed smoking.
It's just, I thought at first he'd say it's a bear. Like an animal broke in.
That makes sense.
Well, with the salmon and all.
Right. I get that. And so the guy starts running away. The neighbor tackles him, calls the police. He's like, no, you're not going anywhere until the police get here. So now this guy is facing allegations of burglary. But this is what I started thinking. This guy did 4 things. All right. He ate the salmon.
Yeah.
He actually, I didn't mention everything. He's laying in your bed.
Oh, just please say there's clothes on.
He's wearing your clothes.
Oh, he's wearing your clothes? Oh, everything has to go.
And he's laying in your bed.
Yeah, your bed.
I'm sorry. He's smoking in your bed.
What's he smoking?
Well, a cigarette, I guess.
Okay, that.
It doesn't bring, it's Virginia, so, it's not legal for him to bring his bud into bed, if you know what I'm saying when I say bud.
It's just hard when there are varying levels of just being mortified about what this guy might have been doing in your home.
So, of those
he probably used the bathroom, too, guys.
Well, I think that's a given.
He's been there long
point.
enough and with the salmon.
He ate the salmon, just moved right through him.
Yes.
Really. So, of those...
What's the
4
worst?
things. What is the worst of those 4 things?
Oh, if he's wearing your clothes.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. That means he's been going through things. He was helping himself to your clothes.
All right, but you see the clothes as being like the harbinger of other things that he's done.
That followed by being in just a pure Goldilocks thing, but just being in my bed.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got a ranking.
Yeah.
So 1 is the clothes, 2 is the bed.
2 is the smoking. I run a non-smoking household.
No, that's got to be 3. You can't have 2
I mean
twos.
3.
Okay,
and
3
then
is the
4,
smoking.
I could care less about the salmon on the front porch.
Okay. You're just willing to
Well, that's
forget
outside,
about it.
so yes.
Okay.
If you just would have stuck to being outside.
I will say, if you want to get in, text us 877-2-RADIO-U if you want to rank your stuff, or you can call us. But my order's a little different than yours. Smoking is the first one.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because the thing is, like with my bed, I can change the sheets. As long as
you can buy a new bed.
That too. Just get a new mattress.
That's what you have to do.
The clothes thing, I can just go ahead and donate those. It's fine.
So you can buy new clothes.
I guess I could buy, I could get around it. But smoking, here's the thing. It's going to be 6 weeks later. And all of a sudden, you're gonna turn the fan on, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that
there
guy
he is. With just a hint of salmon in the air.
Just like it smells like he was smoking the salmon. And that's what I'm saying is that you're gonna end up with that. That smoke is gonna hang. I should No offense if you smoke, but
people know it. If you smoke, everyone knows. Like it smells. So.
Oh, dude, if you want to smoke on my porch, you can. Come on over. If you want to smoke in my bedroom, you're out. It's not. No. That's your bedroom. That's where you want to lay down.
Well, it's all bad.
You're taking those deep breaths while you're sleeping, and you're like.
Was he homeless? Was he?
Well, not at the time.
Yes, when he took your home, but was he?
They think he might be
a traveling man.
he was a vagabond.
Yes, that's a vagabond.
Thing. A gypsy going from town to town,
home to home,
smoking in homes.
Yes, I'm wondering if you're even listening to your morning show this morning. It's inappropriate, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Shame, shame, shame.
You're trying to forget, but we're forcing you to remember. It's the Worst of the Riot 2017 on Radio U.
I've got an email here from Leah. Here, she wants to ask us a question.
Sure.
Hey, Obie and Nikki, first of all, thank you for making my mornings at work suck less. For reals.
It's the gift we can give, at least.
That's what we're here for.
We are here.
We're here for. Second, I was listening through the Worst of the Riot 2016 podcast, and I came across the Space Werewolf segment. And if you don't know what that is, I had this thought. As a werewolf, when you go to space, if you see the moon, because in space the moon is really always full,
Were you always?
Do you wolf out?
Do you just stay a werewolf?
Are you always a wolf in space? Could you live on the moon? Would it be the Earth that would trigger the transformation?
That's a deep question.
Those are important questions because we're always talking about how do humans live in space, but has anybody considered our werewolf cousins and what they'll do when we start going into space more often? She says, it reminded me of a similar conundrum that's been bothering me for some time. Do automatic doors open for vampires?
Ooh.
And related, if they do open, does that constitute sufficient invitation to allow the vampire to enter the building? I'd be grateful for any insight you could offer. Yours truly, Leah.
If you're like, why not? Remember, a vampire must be invited in.
Okay, well, there's two things here. First off, vampires don't show up in mirrors.
Sure.
Which would make you think that a vampire would not be affected by an electric eye that would cause the door to open automatically. And so couple things here. First off, vampires still interact with light on some level, or you wouldn't be able to see them.
Sure.
Because that's how light works. So I would put forth that it may have something to do with the silver compound that you find in mirrors that causes them not to be seen there. So possibly it's that vampires interact with light, just not in the mirror. So I would say that the doors are definitely opening.
Sure, they're still.
Now, as for the invitation, I think that vampires can go in buildings. It's just not private residences. So if it's a public building and that vampire's a taxpayer,
they're fine.
They're going in.
But if it's your house, you must invite them in.
Right. Or like, let's say it's the grocery store. Again, I think it falls under the public clause, which means that everyone's welcome, so they can go in.
That's everybody.
But like if a vampire came to my house and I had an automatic door, which I don't, but if I did, I still feel like they would have to get my permission to come in. Yeah.
A polite monster. They have to be invited in.
Well, Nikki, there are certain protections that you have to have.
Sure.
And so
you just never hear about vampires anymore.
Well, it's over. I feel like actually that's what Universal right now with their Mummy reboot. I feel like they think they've got the time because vampires had their time.
Zombies have been having their time.
Zombies have had their time. And since they're both really past, I feel like the people at Universal are like, okay, check this. We get Tom Cruise, and he's going to make the Mummy cool again.
So pretty soon,
there's going to be Mummy romance novels, and there's going to be Mummy shoot-'em-up games, and it's going to be big,
the
guys.
Walking Mummy.
Have you guys heard about
That's
the Walking
new
Mummy?
News spin-off of it.
Oh, yeah.
So be prepared. That stuff will happen.
This is going to be way, way cooler than that other thing. I can't even remember what it's called. Yeah. We really don't have a prominent monster that we're kind of in love with in pop culture anymore.
Not right now.
Yeah. Maybe you just need some time off. Don't see each other. Then maybe when you'll come back together.
But not break up?
Yeah. I mean, it's just time apart, okay? It's a trial breakup.
The Riot solemnly swears to work harder and to do better next year. Yeah, we've heard that before. It's the Worst of the Riot 2017 on Radio U. Food fight.
Now, this is what I call turnaround. Nikki and I discover that there is a red velvet flavored Kit Kat available. The very next day, we're eating them.
We got it.
All right, so
Let's
there you go, Nikki. There's your
very small ones.
Kit Kat.
These are so tiny.
I gave you two.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So here we go. Opening this thing up, we've got... The smell is strong. Like, there's such a strong smell.
Of the red velvet or more like the cream cheese?
It's that cream cheese
flavoring
type smell. And just to be clear, it's a good smell.
Oh, now that is strong. But it is good.
It smells fantastic.
I do like red velvet. I don't have it a lot, but when I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'll take a bite of them. Red velvet Kit Kats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are really good.
Oh, yeah.
That's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
The white chocolate or whatever,
Well, I need to open this other and make sure.
Well, you want to... It's not fair for just to do one taste test. You got to try them both.
The cream cheese
is really good.
It's way more cream cheesy than it is, but the red velvet's there, too.
Yeah, but I like it. It's still a nice mixture. I like that a lot. That's good.
That'll do.
That's good.
That'll do.
It's hard when we have a Riot food fight, a taste test, and we actually really, really like it, because now I just want to eat the whole bag. That is delicious.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm going to need you to keep talking.
Doesn't give us the bad aftertaste normally we get, too. That's great job.
Well, they've really got something here. Okay? I just want you guys to know.
We like it.
That's not just something you say.
So the red velvet flavor Kit Kats, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Just go ahead and open another one here. Go ahead and have one more.
You can have, they're very tiny. Don't feel any guilt about that.
It's delicious. Like, hey, Kit Kat, high five, guys.
Good job.
Like, you killed it. You killed it on this one. I mean, yeah.
The Worst of the Riot 2017 sets a new standard for mediocrity in broadcasting. Congrats, guys. You did it. Again.
It is The Riot on Radio U, and this weekend I bought a 4K TV.
That's what we really should be applauding. I'm so proud of you.
I totally did it.
Yay!
And for those of you that just rolled your eyes or
listen to the whole story.
You had that feeling where you're like, man, we're so disappointed in you. So on Friday, I went to Costco.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be strolling through. I was there for a very quick, like, one-item trip, whatever. But I decided to walk past the TVs. Well, they're right there at the entrance, but
can't help yourself when you walk in, you see them.
I just thought, like, I'm going to look down here. And down at the end of one of the aisles, there was a crowd of people. And I'm not making that up. There was a crowd of people. And I'm like, what is going on down there? There's like 10, 15 guys just standing around, and I noticed that they're all looking at open box TVs, and I thought, I'm going to go down there and take a look. What I was not prepared for was, you know how some places are like, we have open boxes, and they're a deal, but they're not a deal. They're like 5% off, and they've got a huge scratch running down the middle of the TV, and they're like, we already took 5% off.
What else do you want?
You should be thanking us that we went ahead and scratched it for you. So I'm standing there, and there are 3 Costco employees, and I felt like I was in some Middle Eastern market. People are yelling out numbers. They're throwing out chickens. I mean, it was just this crazy marketplace scene.
You did get a 4K TV and a bag of spices.
I did. And so the guy, there's one guy in front of me. I love the fact that they've already got this price so low, but he's not happy with that.
You can haggle with him?
I guess. I don't know if he ended up getting any price off, but I actually was like, hey, just real quick, is anybody buying that TV right there?
I'll take that one.
I want that one. And so I had to wait for him to get done haggling. And what was funny was after I did that, then that guy was like, oh, I should have bought that TV.
The one you got.
Too late now, bro. So I bought a 55-inch Samsung TV for $370.
Ta-da!
Here's the thing that blows my mind.
Nothing wrong with it?
No,
it had a box.
The only thing it didn't have was the box, but it had been. Let me put it this way: it had been used so little, there was still little styrofoam flecks on the back of the box from where they had opened it.
Well, what happens is, and this is very common with Costco, they have such a generous return policy, even for TVs, that people will buy them, say, I don't know, for a national championship game or any bowl game or the Super Bowl, and then they return it. So really, you're just buying a TV that was watched like once.
Well, that was definitely the case. It seemed like it hadn't even been turned on. It had absolutely everything. No, and I even said, I was like, he's like, oh, yeah. No, everything's
once the
fine.
box is open, it's like the car went off the lot.
And so I just was surprised, and I looked at it, and I thought, you know what, dude, I'm just going to buy it, and if I hate it, I'll just bring it right back. And instead, I got it home, and you know what, I'll say this. 4K TV, you're going to be a little underwhelmed by it. So I sat down to watch, it's a smart TV, so it's like I automatically had Netflix and Amazon, all 4K, and I'm just like, is it in 4K?
I know, you can't tell at first. You just trust that it is. It's so funny. You're like, I think it looks great.
And anytime they go outside, you're like, it's 4K. And then if they shoot something inside, you're like, I can't tell.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Anything landscape-wise.
It's just amazing.
I mean, nature-wise, you can tell it's beautiful. But you're right. When you go inside, you can't always.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. This is the one thing that it was amazing for that absolutely blew my mind is I've never played video games on something so awesome in my life.
Sure.
I'm not even kidding.
So where are you keeping it?
I don't know yet. Okay, I have this weird setup because I've got family coming in. So, I mean, honestly, it's stupid. I got TVs all over the place now.
Well, just because they're going to want to watch something.
Right. So right now it's in my office, which we all know is the playroom. So I played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in 4K this weekend.
Gosh, on that large screen? I'm so happy for you.
It was so awesome. I'm telling you, like watching the Grand Tour in 4K, underwhelming. Playing Call of Duty in 4K, whoa! Unbelievable, man. I loved it.
So you had a good weekend with it.
At least with that.
Anyone feel depressed now that Christmas is over? Don't worry. You're not depressed. That's just the feeling you get listening to the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Okay, Nikki, let's say, theoretically, I showed up in this room and I had a nice new laptop.
Yeah. One that has 3 screens.
That just folded out.
And I'm not supposed to ask any questions.
And you noticed that it was nice.
Yeah.
But, you didn't really say anything. Here's what I want to know. Is $25,000 enough for you to sell me out to the man?
Oh, like we were talking about Project Valerie, the laptop from CES.
The laptop from CES that was stolen, they're offering a $25,000 reward for information that leads to the recovery of the laptops. So you could call them with information like 19 inches is cool.
But not necessarily ratting you out.
Yeah, that's right.
We have the same relationship, right? We've been doing the show, like nothing dynamic-wise has changed.
The only thing that changes is I walk in here with my Doctor Who laptop bag, and when I pull it out, there's no longer this 13.3-inch laptop that I pull out. Instead,
you've got the big one.
I have a large 17-inch laptop that I then fold out for extra screens.
I would not turn you in.
You wouldn't?
No, I would not.
Would you say anything?
Yes, we would perhaps discuss it.
What would you say about it?
I would say, are you comfortable in the choices that you've made concerning the borrowing of that laptop that I feel you're just borrowing?
You don't feel like it was explicit in me just showing up with it?
No, because I feel like you just wanted to try it out.
Yeah, okay.
And we all make mistakes.
I was going to put it back.
And I don't see you have a track record of that through the show's history. So I just thought, well, we could talk through it, get it back to them, and there wouldn't be any problems.
Okay. Maybe you could fence it for me. Like, not illegally fence it.
I'm not
I would just be like, Nikki, I'm going to give it to you.
And then
you could say, like, okay, I had a person that turned it into me.
And I found it.
I'm not willing to rat him out to the man, but I do want you to get your property back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably go with that.
But can I just keep it?
No. If I can't get the $25,000, you're not keeping the laptop.
Oh, so
no one wins.
Well, what if I paid you to stay quiet? How much would I have? How much hush money do you feel like you would require?
It'd be more than the $25,000.
Oh, come on! More than the $25,000?
Probably.
What if I gave you the other prototype?
No, I wouldn't care to have it.
You wouldn't care? What?
No, I.
Oh, let me guess. It runs Windows. It's hot garbage.
Possibly. It's 3 screens of garbage.
When Apple comes out with a Mac that has 3 screens, then it will be one of the greatest innovations in history. But in the meantime, it's garbage.
My MacBook is one of the very thin ones and very small. So no, I would not go with a bigger one.
Okay. All right. But what if you could then sell that one? Put it on eBay. They'll never find you.
Of course. Yeah, no one will notice.
Germany. Just put it on there.
No one will care.
All right, fine. Well, I'm just glad that you wouldn't sell me out because you don't seem like a narc, but
I won't tattle on you.
All right.
I won't.
After listening to the Worst of the Riot 2017, you won't blame Nikki for wanting a serious raise in 2018. Show me the money! It's the Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, I have 2 important...
I was just stretching and I was... Sorry.
It looked like you were raising your hand like really high. Like,
okay.
No, pick me!
No.
Me!
I was stretching, and normally when you stretch, I have both hands up, and I was
There was a one-handed stretch.
But I was still working. I have to push buttons.
Yeah.
So I was working with my left hand. My right arm was stretching, and then my left arm was going to join in a second. So that's what that was.
So now do you need to keep your right hand down and then
like
stretch with your left?
No, I feel like the moment's gone. I'm good.
Now.
I'll try it later.
All right. I have 2 questions I need to ask you.
Yeah.
One, would you inject collagen from dead horses into your face to look younger?
Yuck and no.
No.
No, I would not.
That's just a flat no?
No, that's a blanket across that whole entire board, no.
All right, so we can just go ahead and close this story then?
Well, I'm interested in hearing about it.
I haven't read anything about it. I just saw the headline and I was like, I should ask Nikki if she wants dead horse collagen.
Fillers? No, I would not like that.
Fillers? Wait, is that what's in meatballs?
No, I think that's the word for it, fillers. People inject stuff to fill in their face.
No,
fillers.
I see that on like meat stuff all the time where they're like,
it's not that.
Chicken breast, no fillers.
No, it's fillers. Like Botox and stuff.
Yeah, but this is horse Botox. And besides, the horse is already dead. It's not like you killed it.
Okay. I don't even want to dissect this problem because it's weird.
You get glue and Botox stuff.
And Jell-O.
And Jell-O.
That's all you get from...
You're using all the parts of the buffalo, but it's a horse.
Oh, no.
What?
I don't think I would be comfortable with that.
Okay. Here's the other question I have for you. Completely unrelated.
Sure.
Did I already wear this shirt this week?
No, you did not. No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Because during one of the songs, Nikki and I went out there, and
did you have like deja vu?
I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, "Bro, you already wore that shirt this week." And I'm like, "I don't think I did."
I don't think you did either.
And I got to tell you, don't remember. And I really
did you do
don't
your
remember.
Laundry during the week? Like you're supposed to do it at the end of the week, so then you know you hit a new cycle.
I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I did. Did I?
Hey, no judgment here. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. I mean, like there are other people that would judge me, but since you're the only one around,
no, you're fine.
I really don't remember.
And his shirt is hard to be able to tell. I see mostly his chest up.
Right,
because,
so you don't see this part of the shirt.
The design on the shirt is below the chest. It's a Charlie Brown. Yeah, it's a Charlie Brown, like the zigzag sort of outline on the bottom of the shirt. And so I can't really tell.
Okay. All right. Well, I've really got to start taking those pictures.
You got to do your
daily selfie.
No, outfit of the day.
Yeah, that's
OOTD. Or
just hashtag that and then selfie every day.
Perfect. I'm sure you guys would love to see what his outfit is.
Wouldn't you guys like to get a good look every day?
Like it's another t-shirt and jeans.
Actually,
and a hoodie.
You should follow.
That's what we always wear: t-shirt, jeans, and hoodies.
You should follow him. Well, some days I wear flannel. Just to be
when
clear,
you branch out,
when I'm dressing it up a little bit.
That's the dress-up days, if you have a meeting.
Nikki and I had an off-site meeting Wednesday, and I was like, gosh, at least wear a flannel so people know that you know how a button works.
Yes.
Okay, look, it's got a collar. It's cool, man.
We're fine.
No big deal. You guys should follow me on Instagram, though, because I did my first Instagram story yesterday, finally.
I was proud of you for that.
And then I think you'll find that this morning's photo is very insightful. There is a cinnamon roll in the break room that says, "Eat me." And I wasn't sure if it was
not in a rude way either,
well, that's
but
what
really
I
wants you to
I was
eat
like,
you.
Is this thing rude or suicidal? And I'm not sure. Anyway.
There was a lot going on during these last couple of minutes. A lot.
Let's get focused, guys.
It's the Worst of the Riot 2017 on Radio U.
Have you ever thought to yourself, I really would like to remove this unsightly underarm hair? I would have to ask the question, like, I don't really know what you're doing that your underarm hair is always on display. But, if you're somebody that spends a little more time at the beach than I do,
yeah.
Or various places, usually when I get out in the sun, I'm wearing a shirt because I don't want to fry. But that's a story for a different time.
You don't want to burn your underarms.
I don't want to burn anything, but let alone my underarms. So apparently there's a technique that some people will use, and that is taking a can of aerosol underarm deodorant and a lighter. Now, because I once was a little boy, I know.
You know what's going to happen if you do that.
How that works.
But I've never heard that in the same statement along with your underarm hair.
Because, Nikki, hairspray or something like it and a lighter, instant flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little version of it.
So what you do is you take that instant flamethrower and you burn your underarm hair out.
But it wouldn't burn your skin, or is it so quick?
Well, okay, here's the thing.
Like a flash?
Here's the thing. You have a friend. That's like, no, bro, I do it all the time. It totally works. It'll be perfect. And it takes longer to grow back, I think, probably.
Okay, no, that's not true. They always say it'll grow back faster.
All right. Well, here is a video on YouTube of some guys who say that they've been up all night drinking, and then they decided to shoot video of them. Yeah, and here's what happens is, I know what you think, like, all the hairspray, or in this case, deodorant, gets burned up in the flame.
Yeah.
Well, like it does, but some of it makes it through onto your arm, and then it lights on fire after it gets on your arm.
Because then you have hair there.
So this guy's underarm catches on fire. And I'll tell you, if you want to have a good laugh with somebody trying to
get their arm,
put the flames out, and he tries to blow, it's like, ha ha! No.
And I always try not to laugh too hard, but the moment when you can see on a video where it turns from, this is the greatest joke ever, to, it's not. It's not extinguishing.
Yeah.
It's like
it's not going out.
You can always see it in the video where the guy starts to panic.
The
panic he's never experienced before, and it's been captured.
The moment.
Yep, you'll see it.
When it all happens. So he's okay, just a little burn under his underarms.
Weird.
Yeah.
I would think that'd be more targeted, like, because girls, I mean, we shave our underarm hair.
Some do.
But for guys, normally you don't.
Well,
so you don't really care.
I want to throw this idea out to you for what it's worth. Like, anytime that your friends want you to do something with fire.
After a long night.
And they want you to do it, but they're not doing it. Don't.
Or if they'll do it, but by holding said lighter said can, you don't want to be the other one.
You always feel like you're some kind of a wimp. Like I can't have them disrespecting me. I got to show. No.
Like you're not a friend.
No, don't. It's a trick. Hey, it's
a trap.
Just walk away. Just walk away. Like, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with walking away.
So are we saying no to the trick to get rid of underarm hair?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I'm just going to tell you to use a razor. If you want to hurt yourself, get some hot wax and rip it out by the roots. That'll hurt.
Nikki's mom said it wasn't very nice of us to call this the worst of the riot. Then we played it for her. She's okay with it now. It's the Worst of the Riot 2017 on Radio U.
I want to say hi to Adam. Adam is a daily podcast listener, Nikki. And yesterday he contacted me on Facebook, and just let me go ahead and read it to you. He says, Obadiah, I need you guys to review an air fryer on your daily podcast.
He wants us to review that?
Yeah.
So I think of it like a deep fryer, but it's the ones that use air.
Well, yeah, but don't you put like a little bit of oil in it?
I think it's the tiniest amount, but it's not a deep fryer.
It's just like a little bit of it. And, I started thinking about it, and there's a lot of things that we do here on the show in which I mean, like, we say that we're doing it for the show, but Nikki, I feel like now we need to get an air fryer for the people. Okay?
For you guys, the listeners?
It's for the people. It's not for us.
Why?
It's not even for the...
Did he just want us to, or?
Well, he needs to know.
What we think on one?
Yeah, he needs to know what we think of an air fryer.
I think we'd like it. I think that's why we can't have one.
Now, Nikki?
I assume we would like it, and I just don't think we can have that responsibility with it.
I know, but do you see what you're saying? You're saying, I think we'd like it.
I know we would.
No, Nikki, I don't think you can know
until we try it.
We experience it ourselves.
Yeah, but the fryers are too expensive.
What do you mean by too expensive?
I thought
like LeBron shoes expensive?
No, but like you can get a deep...
I'm already choking on it.
Are you okay? You can get a deep fryer, I feel like, for $20 or $30, like the cheap ones.
Whoa.
But the air fryers, I thought were like $100 or $200.
They are expensive.
Yeah, so I can't just jump into that one.
See, that just goes to show you the difference between Nikki and I is that Nikki's been pricing out air fryers, and I had
when that
no
first
idea
came out, it was like a Tefal. I even remember it. That was forever ago, and I looked at those.
Black & Decker 2-liter oil-free air. How can it be oil-free? Frying it in the air? That's impossible. You can't do that.
It just doesn't float in there.
You can't fry with air. You've got to put something in the air to fry with.
No, the air heats up and it crispies it and all that.
Dual convection fans. The exclusive cooking element combines heat with a powerful dual-fan convection system to circulate hot air around food for fast, crispy results.
We don't even...
I'll just blow in it.
Just blow on. So we'll do one show, and between you and I, it should have it done.
If Nikki and I sit here facing each other across the desk, why don't we just put some French fries right
in the
here?
Middle? Yeah.
And if we just keep talking, by the end of the show, we should have fries.
We're like a convection oven.
2-liter capacity. That's about 8 cups. Can fit snacks or main dishes.
Snacks sound good, doesn't it?
I didn't really think you could actually fry with air.
You can. It'd be like cooking in the oven.
So is that like a lot healthier?
Yeah, because you don't have the oil.
Guys.
What are you doing?
I thought an air fryer was like it still used a bunch of oil.
No, it's not like a deep fryer.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting excited.
How much is that one?
This was only $99.
Yeah, that's an investment.
An investment in your health?
No, it's not. You're still eating the item that you're probably not supposed to be eating.
But there's not all the oil.
It doesn't matter. It's still what's super bad when you deep fry with oil is the food that you're eating and the oil.
Well, now I'm cutting the oil out. That's like a 50% off sale.
No, that was excessive amounts. No, we're not getting one. We're not doing it.
But what about Adam, Nikki? What about the people?
Adam, you're going to have to get your own air fryer and review it and let us know.
That's not how this is supposed to work at all. I feel like we got to.
What? Like that's it?
I feel like we have to go into. I feel like we have to go into a meeting now where we talk about the purpose of the riot.
Sometimes don't enjoy my job when I have to be the one to be like, no, we're not buying an air fryer, and I have to be the one to convince you not to.
I am so disappointed right now.
Oh, sure, I'm disappointed.
I
feel like a mom with you.
That's what I'm saying. Mom, is that you over there?
I just ate it.
Is that you?
No, I'm just being grown up.
My grades were good this time. Can't I get an air fryer?
We're going to turn it around. We'll turn the car around. We're going home.
I know someone whose birthday's coming up. That's all I'm saying.
You are not getting me one for my birthday. First, I know you wouldn't spend $90 on my birthday gift.
What are you talking about? I'm a big spender.
No, you would not.
Come on.
Nope. So I don't have to worry about it.
Well, anybody else feel the fun just gets sucked out of the room?
It's the Worst of the Riot 2017 on Radio U.
Nikki, off air, it's just like, why you always have to add commentary? That's the whole job, right?
In some aspects of your job is just telling the details, but then you always add commentary to everything.
I don't think that's wrong.
Okay, fine.
I think it's
That's
fine.
why you're not going to make it in news, okay?
I would never make it in news.
You would never be able to do it.
I would never make it in news.
You have to know the place to add your flair to things, and then other times just give the details.
Okay, so, and you're going to start telling me what to do?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Into that one.
You're going to start telling me what to do?
No, I am.
When I can talk and when I can't talk?
My apologies, I am not.
Is that where we're headed now?
Nope. That's not my place, apparently.
I'll tell you what. From now on, I'll look at you, and if you give me
the signal,
I'll know it's okay.
This is great. Great.
Guys, it's hard on Nikki, so just...
No, it's fine. Love it.
I like being in here and you yelling, twisting my words. It's my favorite.
It's the best game ever.
It's my favorite. Spider-Man, he's got a movie coming out this year. Live action movie, Nikki.
The trailer looks pretty good.
I think it looks great. I've gone back and watched the trailer again in 4K on that new TV. It added almost nothing. So... I've seen it. Oh, wait. I didn't wait for the signal. I didn't wait for the signal.
The details.
Dang it. I forgot.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. A trailer was released for a film that will be released this summer.
No, now you can add stuff to it.
In other news,
yeah,
Sony Pictures has announced that their animated Spider-Man movie.
I know they're doing one.
They are. They actually came out and said, hey, we're doing this live-action Spider-Man movie. It's going to be tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So Marvel and Sony kind of made buds and have set that up. That's why Iron Man's going to be showing up in the Spider-Man movie. But they're also doing this animated film, which we've known about for a while, but some of the first details were released yesterday. And there's been a rumor running. Of course, we all know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but in the Ultimate Comics universe, Spider-Man died, and there was a new Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Don't just say that. You just have to warn me.
Come on. That's like 10 years old.
I don't care. I don't care.
Exactly, and I know you don't care. Nikki's like, stop spoiling comic books for me. You're the reason I never read them.
I totally would read 10-year-old comic book series if you just would stop it.
You ruin all the storylines. I hear it, Nikki. I hear it. So they have confirmed that this animated Spider-Man movie will follow Miles Morales as Spider-Man. But the only question I have is they say that he'll have the traditional blue and red suit. But in the comics, I thought Miles had a black suit with red stripes. It's actually really cool looking. But I don't know. Who knows, right?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Nikki, you know what? Here's what I was thinking. What are you doing tonight?
No plans as of right now.
Okay, how about this? Why don't you come over? I'm going to build a fire.
To throw all the comic books in?
No. Oh, my gosh. Wait, can I have some commentary now?
Yes,
Could you give me the hand signal?
Go ahead and have commentary.
Oh, gosh, not that hand signal.
I didn't even put my hand up.
You should be ashamed.
Hey.
So I was thinking, I'll build a fire.
Yes.
I'll make some hot cocoa.
Okay.
And
we'll catch up on Spider-Man.
We'll just sit around and read the Marvel Unlimited app together.
I'll bring my tablet over.
That'd be great. You know what we should do? You know how Samsung had that 20-inch tablet that they sold for a while? What if we got that one and we could sit next to each other and you put your left hand on that side and I'll put my right hand on that side and we'll read the pages together. And then you give me the hand signal when it's okay to turn the page.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
What do you think?
Sounds great.
Tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Now, don't forget, right? Don't forget.
Can we eat pizza too?
Yeah.
Please.
I'll tell you what else. If you show up, I'll get us an air fryer.
Gosh.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
Aaron, could you come in here and change the toilet paper, please?